Hello, teachers. Welcome to YIN tonight. We are going to do some deep stretching together. So you just need a mat or something more soft to lay on. You may want a yoga strap or a block or maybe some comfy pillows. Something to make sure that you are comfortable in all the positions. I'll try to remember to add into the dialogue where you can put the strap, the pillows, those sorts of things, maybe a block if you need it underneath your, underneath your body in certain places to help support you. I also like, and I can't seem to find it, a gardening mat or something soft like a pillow for underneath your knees, okay? And in case, so use any of those modifications. And as always, go at your own pace. Go only to the point of stretching so much that it is healthy for your body. Don't go to match any of my positions. I'm not going to try to match anybody else. I'm just doing what I know to do best, but you may go a little deeper. You may not go as deep. It just all depends on where you're at, and that can vary from day to day. So without further ado, that's my little safety lecture, safety first. Let's get started. So come on over to your mat, and you can sit either cross-legged or just feet out in front of you. And just for a moment, you can close your eyes and settle down onto your mat. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Do that again. Take a deep breath in. And let's take one more deep breath in, teachers. Now let's start with some cat-cow. So come on onto all fours here. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, and the knees are underneath your hips. We're pulling in through the core here. Head is extended straight out from the spine. We don't let the head hang down. We don't look up. We're just looking directly down at the mat. And on the in-breath, I want you to arch the back, point the spine up towards the ceiling, and look up, push the shoulders down your back at the same time. Point up to the ground of the head, breathe in and out. Round the back, point the spine towards the ground, shoulders come down towards your ears. Try to let the head hang and look up at your stomach. And now breathe in and go back to that cow. And then you can breathe out at your own pace and go into your cat. Really try to stretch through that middle back, upper back. Keep it going. Now we're going to just rock forward and back, bringing the upper body forward and back, warming up in those wrists, stretching out in those wrists. You can also turn the body in circles in the wrist, go the other direction. And now let's turn the hands out towards the sides of the mat. Wrists face the middle of the mat. You can do all that once more. You can go forward and back, side to side, and then circles. Do what feels really good. Stay here for about a minute. Keep breathing. All that air get into your pores, into that DNA, giving you new life, new development of those cells. Now let's point the fingers in the middle of the mat. Wrists face the outside of the mat. And the wrists still stay underneath the shoulders, if possible. That's available to you today. And I want you to press through the palms of those hands and start to do your forward and back, side to side. Draw those lines, those circles, imaginary lines and circles. Arms. Imagine doing this with students, drawing an imaginary line. Have them pretend they're doing it with their head, drawing triangles. Now let's go ahead and face the fingertips back towards us for a nice, deep wrist and arm stretch, and then just gently sit back. Now, you don't have to go super far. Sit back towards the heels and feel that stretch along the arms. I'm pretty double jointed here, so you might look a little different than me. You can gently do the circle. Draw those imaginary shapes with your body. Totally normal to feel a little bit tight in one area more than the other. Excellent job. Now let those hands turn back to normal. Just go and sit for a second in hero's pose. Hands can graze your side. Push the shoulders down your back. Pull up through the crown of the head. Pull the core in. Deep breath in. Now, if this isn't feeling good on your knees, to sit all the way back in hero's pose. You can take a block or a pillow and just put it right on your heels and sit back on that too. Sort of lessens the strain, that feeling, the tightness that you might experience if you don't sit in this pose very often. I know I don't, so sometimes I can feel really tight. Come on forward, back into that tabletop position. We're going to take that left arm and slide it underneath the right arm, threading the needle, and then letting our right hand slide forward, and we're going to turn the left cheek onto the ground. Trying to put the left ear on the ground. Still trying to keep the knees and the under the hips, if at all possible. Try to just let that stretch along the side body melt right here, right now. And doing a little change, you can let the head come to the come forward, let the face kind of rest on the mat. Try to put the chin on the mat. It's just a little bit different with this breath. Go ahead and unthread, take that left arm out and come back up through tabletop. And the other side. Slide that left hand forward. And now take the right arm and thread that arm underneath the left arm. Palm faces down. You can start with the chin, or excuse me, the cheek, the right cheek on the ground, looking to the left. Trying again to keep the hips stacked over the knees if possible. My hips tend to go back just a little bit. That's okay. Take a deep breath in and out. And relax and really, oh, I'm feeling nice release of my spine. Now, if you're ready, take the head forward. Try to put the chin on the mat for a little different stretch. Slide that right hand out. Push yourself up, slide the left hand back through tabletop position. And now we're going to come forward all the way down onto our stomach. Take the hands, palms down. You can stack them and just windshield wiper the feet. Side to side, making semicircles with those heels. Right, left, right, left. Now bend at the knees. You can make bigger semicircles with the whole foot. Right, left, right, left. Pushing into those hips now. I'm going to stop right there. I want you to turn and put the left cheek on the left hand and straighten out the left leg. And just let that left leg be loose. No tension in that left leg. Now grab the top of the right foot with your right arm if that's available to you. You can also use this strap here. Wrap it around the top of the foot. And then I want you to gently pull that heel in towards the booty. At the same time, letting the right shoulder relax. And then trying to put the knees close together. So deep breath in and out. Now press the pelvis into the ground so that you're tucking the pelvis under. Get an even deeper stretch in that quad. On the in-breath, make your adjustment and correction to your position. Maybe you need to relax that left leg, tuck that pelvis under. You may have to squeeze the buttock just a little bit to tuck that pelvis under and then pull that leg in just a little bit more. On the out-breath, let's go ahead and go other side. Release that right arm. And now take the right hand underneath your right cheek and turn facing the left. Relax the right leg. Shake it out if you need to. Let it really just be relaxed. And then bend at the left knee. Grab the top of that left foot. Try to put the knees close together so that the leg is extended directly out from the hip. It's not, extending out to the side of the mat or anything. And then deep breath in, relax the shoulder, relax, and then on the out breath, roll that leg. Every out breath, I want you to bring that heel just a little bit closer. And release. Now, from here on your belly, I want you to take the elbows underneath the shoulders and put them close to your chest. And we're going to come up for Sphinx pose. Palms face the ground. Fingertips are nice and wide. You're going to pull up through the crown of the head, pushing through the elbows. Feeling and stretching that lower back, the side body, the ab muscles there. Squeeze the booty to get up, and then I want you to consciously release the booty. No tension in the lower body. The only tension is in those arms, shoulders. Come on back, down. Now we're going to push ourselves back into child's pose. So you have an option here to do child's pose, any version you want. I like wide-legged child's pose with the toes touching. Wide those hands out and let the forehead and nose rest on the mat. So there's one option. Another option is puppy pose, and then you can go into child's pose whenever you like. Puppy pose is a little more comfortable, so you may need to break it in the 2 minutes that we spend in this pose. You're gonna slide the hands out in puppy pose, starting in tabletop position. Slide the hands out and keep the hips above the knees, and you just let that upper body kind of and the chest fall. The heart melts towards the floor, and the chin stays on the ground, so you're looking up towards the top of the mat. But you can close your eyes. And at any point, you can sit on back for child's pose. Puppy pose is just such an excellent pose for those of us who are punching by our computers most of the day. Okay, teachers, push yourself up through tabletop position and come onto your booty. Sit on up. We're going to take shoelace pose. So you take your left knee, or actually left knee, bend the leg, and put the right or the left heel by the right booty cheek. And then take the right leg as much as you can and just cross it over that left leg. You're trying to cross at the knees. Obviously, I'm not perfect at this position. And the key here is to try to sit up straight, push the shoulders down, hold the crown of the head up, sit up like you are royalty here. And grab the feet. Now, the more you pull the feet in towards the hips, the more you're going to feel the stretch right where you want it. And that is in those hips, those yummy, juicy hips that need a nice stretch. I like to grab onto my big toes because they seem nice and sturdy sometimes. I pull those in, but full foot if you want, obviously. And trying to evenly keep both sides of your booty, both booty cheeks on the ground. Deep breath in and out. Relax the shoulders, relax the back as much as you can. This can be really intense, so when you breathe, or you will release. This is such a good pose. I really recommend doing this one every day. So good for the hips. Let's go ahead. Unlace that shoelace, untie it, and let's tie it the other direction. Now take the right foot towards the left booty cheek and bend that right knee straight forward from the hip. And now try, if you can, to cross that left leg, the knee, over the right. Sit up nice and tall, pull through the crown of the head, push the shoulders down your back, and again, adjust throughout, being mindful that the booty cheeks are evenly on the floor if that's available to you, or trying to get there, pulling those feet towards those hips, opening up. Oh, so the hips often hold so much tension, especially for women who've had kids or not had kids, doesn't matter. Our hips are working for us. We want them to stay nice and healthy. These tools will do it. Excellent, teachers. Go ahead and release. Shake it out if you need to. It can be really intense. And now we're gonna go into an even more stretch. I'm gonna take a dragon pose. So I grabbed my trusty gardening mat here. And so what's gonna happen here? In the tabletop position, swing the left leg forward and the right leg stays back. Now this is where you could use that cushion for underneath that right knee. You want it. You're gonna walk that left leg forward till you start to feel a stretch underneath your thigh and that left hamstring. And also in the inner thigh of the right. Now you don't want to go super far. Only go as far as you until you feel a nice little tug. As you breathe in and out, it's going to start to loosen up. Now, if you want to take the true dragon pose, you can keep your hands down here like you're in low lunge, or you can come up and stack that upper body over those hips, extending forward just a little bit, hinging forward, pulling up through the core, but pressing the shoulders down your back and taking the left arm across that left knee. I like to take my right arm and put that right on top. And just try to release tension in that back leg. That's where we're trying to work, is really in those legs here. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of imbalance like me. Just bring those arms down, hands down, either side of. Now let's take dragon 2 and lean back towards that back heel and let the toes point up in front. And you should feel a stretch in the back of that leg, and the calf muscle and the hamstring. Let's go ahead and come out of that. Put that left knee back, like you're going into tabletop position, and now swing that right leg forward. Walk those toes forward just until you feel a little stretch underneath that right leg. Again, not coming so far forward that you cause yourself any. You can come up into that traditional dragon's pose. And the upper body is stacked, or you can stay in that low lunge. Either way you are positioned, just relax everything else except those legs, those parts of the legs that are maybe feeling a little fire. Deep breath in 2. Lean back. Take that booty towards the back heel until the toes in the front start to point up and you feel that stretch underneath that leg. Hands surround your leg on either side, giving you some stability there, some balance. Back can be rounded as much as you want. You can experiment with the back here. Maybe the back feels better when it's coming to neutral or a little bit straight. It feels good. Now let's go ahead and come out of that your tabletop position. And we're gonna lay on our back. And come into happy baby for a nice deep hamstring stretch here. And you can use a strap here if that's easier for you across the middle of your feet. You can pull them, those knees closer to those armpits. Either way, I want you to be conscious of eliminating much of a gap between the chin and the chest. So make yourself a double chin on purpose. Try to look down the center line before you close your eyes and melt into half. Now we're going to do some side stretching here, banana pose. So adjust yourself so that your shoulders don't feel like they're super tight anywhere. Just relax the shoulders underneath you. Let the feet sprawl out. We're going into Savasana. Relax. Now take that right arm up and the left arm up. And you're going to walk the hands, palms facing up over to the left. And the middle body will stay in the center of the mat. And now walk the feet over to the left as well. So you're making the shape of a banana. And if you want a little bit more of a side stretch here, now you should start to feel that side stretch along the ribcage, along the bicep. The bicep is touching the head. You can cross the right ankle over the left ankle. And I like to use my left foot to sort of pull that, get a deep stretch all across the ankle. And stretch along core, hips. Relax the shoulders now. Now let's go to the center and go to the right. Now walk the hands over to the right. Head comes over to the right. Now walk the feet over to the right corner of the mat. And if you want, you cross the left ankle over the right ankle. Deep stretch along the left side now. Breathe and release. Relax the shoulders. And excellent job, teachers. Come back to center. Another arm to either side. Palms face the ceiling. Savasana. Deep breath in. Nope, not done. Now bend the knees. Take the left leg up into a 90-degree angle. And take the right ankle across the left knee. Tap on my left leg or modified pigeon. Strap here, the back of that foot and pull those foot in closer. Whatever works. To yin without some pigeon. Also take traditional pigeon. Letting a little bit closer. Relax the foot, relax the leg even. Shoulder. Go on the other side. Right leg comes to that 90-degree angle, and the left ankle comes across that right knee. Pull behind that right quad. Pull it closer to your face. And look down the center body, trying to create a straight spine all the way from the top of the head. Every breath, the ankle comes a little closer. And release, teachers. I want you to lay here, take one last Savasana. All right, you stay there, and I'm going to end our video tonight. So, thank you for being here. Namaste. You stay in Savasana. Have a great evening.